Enshrouded really nails a lot of what you'd expect from a survival RPG, but before diving into that, I want to give a huge shout out to Keen Games for providing the game code. Big thanks to them. You start with nothing but your will to survive in the wilderness. You're scavenging through the crumbling remains of a lost kingdom, all while trying to defend off beasts that are literally out for your blood. The game sends you on a journey through forests, caves, dungeons, all in search of hidden knowledge and treasure. Your goal is to build up a strength needed to face the horrors of the Shroud head-on and take the fight to the deep. The story unfolds in a post-apocalyptic fantasy world, where a deadly fog known as the Shroud has taken over. It's ravaged the land, corrupted everything, and turning its people into twisted, dangerous creatures. You wake up as the Flameborn, one of the last humans with the power to resist the Shroud's corruption, and so you need to survive, rebuild civilization, and uncover the truth behind the Shroud's origins. As you explore the world, you'll discover what it once was a great kingdom. It's now in ruins, thanks to this Shroud. Along the way, you will meet other survivors who will lend a hand, and then obviously there's crafting, and that's really the main gameplay loop. You'll explore, you'll save people, and then you'll craft. The narrative's less about a straight character-driven plot and more about piecing together the lore through exploration. The focus here really is on survival. I've been playing now for the best part of 4 or 5 hours, and I've only just scratched the surface of it. The world's massive, it's packed with lore, and it's great if you love exploring and finding secrets. The post-apocalyptic fantasy setting is a cool mix of eerie atmosphere and medieval vibes. Because survival's key, you'll need to eat, sleep, drink, and so crafting and base building is solid too, giving you plenty of freedom to experiment and create. Crafting in Enshrouded is a huge part of your survival and progression. It all starts with gathering raw materials from the environment, and as you explore the world you'll come across resources like wood, stone, ores, plants, and each area's got its own unique materials. So the higher the tier ones you get, the better the tools. And so hunting animals and food for materials like leather and bones, which are essential for crafting. Crafting is not all about basic survival either. You can customize and upgrade your gear, so you can boost your weapons and armor with materials you find in the world, and then obviously you might need somebody that is proficient in crafting that for you as well, so you'll need to find somebody out there in the world that can help you. As you upgrade your tools and your gear, you'll unlock new crafting recipes and even stronger or specialized equipment. And you can also add things like fire damage or extra durability and better defense against specific enemies. The system's designed to push you to explore and manage your resources wisely. It's not just about staying alive, but also about building up your equipment, your base, your abilities, and as you progress through the game. That said, there are some downsides. While the combat is decent, it can get a bit repetitive after a while. There are a good variety of enemies, but the fights can feel a bit stale, especially once you unlock certain abilities. And speaking of abilities, there are skill trees to offer some customization, but they don't really all feel that deep. So let's look at some positive and some negatives. The post-apocalyptic fantasy world setting with this mysterious shroud of lore stands out. There's lots to explore, and I mean the map is huge. The atmosphere feels fresh and compared to other survival games. The crafting mechanics are robust, allowing you to create everything from basic tools to complex structures. The building system is highly customizable, offering lots of creativity for base building enthusiasts. The RPG elements provide a decent character progression. You can tailor your playstyle with different skill trees, and whether you prefer melee combat or ranged attacks or a mix of both. And the world is full of secrets, lots of hidden areas and plenty of lore to uncover. These elements also add a sense of discovery and they keep the exploration engaging. But on saying that, the way the combat works, it can feel a bit repetitive after a while. Some of the controls can feel a bit clunky, especially if you're playing on mouse and keyboard, and you can find yourself going into menu after menu after menu just to try and find what you need. Although the overall world building is great, the story feels a bit more like background noise, something that isn't really truly engaging. At no point did I feel the desire to push forward in the story, and that's because, like many survival games, Enshrouded requires a lot of resource gathering. This can get a bit tedious and a bit grindy after a while, and especially when you need specific materials to craft or build. I found myself just going out into the world map looking for resources rather than looking to progress the story. In conclusion, Enshrouded has a lot of potential. If you're into survival games and you can overlook the rough edges, there is a lot to enjoy. And it's very rewarding if you've got enough materials to buy the item that you've had your eye on for a while. But if you're looking for more of a narrative heavy game, you're probably going to be left wanting more. I felt this is a game that if you had a few hours to kill, you didn't really want to use your brain that much, you could just hop into Enshrouded, build a few things, go kill a few monsters, and gather some resources. If you're interested in finding out more, there is a link in the description that you can go straight to the Enshrouded website, so do go check them out. If you are looking for a more narrative-based game, then try looking at the video that's on screen now, because I think it's definitely worth a watch. In the meantime, thanks for watching, don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time.